Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Cities Skylines. I certainly hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you happen to be, because I'm excited to be back. We are, of course, playing the City of Gardens scenario. Almost forgot it again. Nailed it, though. I'm a professional, I swear. Yeah, we're playing that, and there are one or two issues going on here in Peach Trees. Allow me to show you. First and foremost, you might notice some sort of, faded greenery around here. The parks, well, they were briefly on fire. We're also having issue with garbage collection. This park was more recently on fire as well. And we're still having problems with traffic over here. It's backing up like crazy. It's just having a bad time all round, and I kind of want to start dealing with that today. Because if we take a little look, traffic flow, it's 62%, and it's going to be dropping. It's going to get worse. So I want to do a couple of things. The first thing I want to do is I want to bring this right back to there. Just want to get rid of it. And I want to simplify these intersections in here, because we've done a bit of editing of these with the what do you call it, the lane management thing in, why can I not remember, the traffic manager president edition. That's the one. I don't know why I couldn't remember it. I've used the mod for years at this point, and my mind's just like, nope, you don't know that anymore. Anyway, I want to take that road out, and what I want to do is go in and just put in a simple, to the point little 4-lane avenue going, just like that. I'm not gonna go crazy with a bunch of lane management on this. I just want to make sure that these guys are going where they should be going, and there's no U-turning going on or anything like that. So just a little something like that to make sure everybody knows where they're going. And then what I want to do is come down to this road, and I want to put a roundabout in here. Just something plain and simple. We're going to go, let's say 7. And let's just do a roundabout that's going to be that size the entire way around. So 7 and 7. We can leave those middle bits in there for a second just to make sure it stays nicely aligned. And off the top, we're going to go 10. Take out the middle bit because we don't need it anymore. And then we'll do a nice, simple little curve here. Let's say 6 by 6. That seems kind of decent. And then what we need to do is bring this down. I wonder if I could just get a nice big curve on this, actually. So what distance is this? So that's 16. So 16, and that is 21. So if I was to go, let me see here. Let's do a straight slope. Let's turn off guidelines for a second. If I go 5 and then I turn guidelines back on, we could just do 16 by 16 on this. But then we have a little tiny curve here, which looks a little bit silly. So let's not do that because it looks, well, a little bit silly. And instead, what I think we'll do is bulldoze you. We'll bring you out by 10. We'll run a diagonal. And then we'll just cut into this a little bit so we kind of have something nicer going on. So from this point, we want to go 5 and this. From this point, we want to go 5 and this. And we'll cut out the corner. And down here, we can sort of do the same. So that is 5 and that's 5. Cut out the corner. And then we just get a nice little curve in there. And that's going to look a little bit better than what it would have looked. And I'm hoping that a roundabout here is going to solve some of our problems, because we really need traffic to flow here. We need it to not be a complete mess. So we'll see what this does. I'll come back to it because I don't want to sit and look at it. A watched roundabout never functions is what my granddad's always told me. I don't even know what that means. My granddad has he's got a City Skylines veteran is my granddad. Anyway, moving swiftly on. I also want to change a lot of this area too. Sorry, I'm still on the watched roundabout thing. I want to take out all of this zoning. I know that's a little bit silly considering, the challenge here is to have a lot of that zoning. But I want to take it all out for a second because I want to rebuild this central area here. I think it needs it. I think I need to redo the roads in here. So all of that's going to come out. This park's going to go. This path is going to go. All that's going to go. These parks are going to go. And then we need to move. What else do we need to move? We need to move a firehouse so it can move up to there. Move a medical clinic up next to it, or behind it actually would be a good spot for the medical clinic. And then I need to move the university. I need to move the university, or, well, do I? Yeah, I actually I need to move it a little bit. So university is going to move to there. And then what I'm going to do is use a little cheeky bit of anarchy to do this next part, because I can bring these roads around the university like this. And you'll notice they're just ever so slightly on the university, but that little edge bit of the university is fine. I'm not worried about that. And you might be wondering why I'm making this change. Well, allow me to show you. Is it obvious that I've been thinking about some of this? I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to change this bit so that it's like that. So essentially, this is all sort of going to flow through. This is going to act like just an extension of the avenue. And actually looking at this, I've made a critical error. I have made a bit of an error. I could, if I move this roundabout a little bit, I could have it central with this junction, which suddenly I really want to do, but I'm gonna not do, no, I am gonna do that. Hold on, I need to read. Remember when I said I didn't need to move the university? Let's have a quick little look here. What distance is this? So that's 10. Okay. So what we'll do then is temporarily move the university to there. That's 15,000 money for that temporary move, by the way. But what we can do is go 5 and then across and 10 and down and there. Okay. Then the university can sit back in the middle. This can then connect straight through, which is what I want it to do. This needs to go and that needs to go. That can go and that can go. And then again, we bring the avenue straight up to the university. We're going to do trees because we're fancy like that. And we're going to do trees here as well. And then what I want to do is bulldoze you. I'm going to upgrade that bit of road. And this is going to come straight into there, essentially. That can all go. That can, I was going to upgrade it, but I guess to demolish it. That's fine. And essentially that's it there. That's the plan, is have it connect like that. So straight through everywhere, which is, I mean, it's a little bit crazy, isn't it? It's a little bit weird looking, but I like it. I like it. I think this'll kind of work. I have a good feeling about it. I do recognize that we do need to change some of these roads so that they're not two-way roads. And that some of these junctions are going to be a little bit strange. But I'm kind of okay with that. I'm genuinely kind of okay with that. I do want to change that road, and I'm thinking that might actually be okay, because this road is not going to link up to that avenue. So technically this road just gives you access mostly to these houses here. And then this one over here is kind of a similar story. So these roads shouldn't, and I do say shouldn't because they might, but they shouldn't be super busy is the hope here. Now let's go ahead and clear out a bit of zoning here, because I just need to I need to move these high schools around. I'm thinking they can probably just go on the avenue like that. And then let's just see what traffic does for a second, because this is a bit of a change is what it is. Obviously this junction will become really busy, but I'm curious. All right. I'm really curious to see what traffic decides to do here. Also thinking those paths can definitely come out. I'm thinking we could probably get away with a couple of pedestrian paths in here though. So one like there and one like there, or the other way around, so the lights are on the same side. So that'll let people cross over there. I'm thinking we could do the same in these spaces as well, but I'm not going to bother because I'm terrible like that. But I think that looks interesting. Like, I'm hoping that's going to let traffic flow in a bit of a better way. I'm thinking that having this road sort of no longer carry straight through is going to reduce the amount of traffic wanting to use it. So I'm just hoping we're going to see good things come of this. I'm really hoping that good things will come of this, because traffic flow being as low as it was is not something I'm proud of. 66% is an improvement. So that's a start. That is officially a start. Let's have a little look at our roundabout. Oh my God. Oh wow, it's cleared out traffic entirely back here. It actually, I've done the impossible. I have done the impossible. I've built a roundabout in traffic's using all the lanes. Hold on, they are using all the lanes. I've not even done any management on this and they're using all the... They're still using all... Did I do management on that one? I didn't. Oh my God, I've done the impossible. I've built a roundabout that's not only functional, but leads to traffic using all the lanes. Oh my God, okay, this is a world first in City Skylines if I've ever seen one. Anyway, we do still have this problem of, you know, all of this traffic. Not really sure how I'm going to deal with that. We'll come back to it, because I genuinely have no idea. Let me see here. I do think it might be an idea, and you might hear my voice going a little bit throughout this video. I've been doing some vocal practice recently, and by that I mean I decided for the first time in in several weeks to test my ability to sing Linkin Park songs. And by ability, I mean inability. But just wanted to let you know, if you hear my voice going a little bit, that's why. It's not because I'm still sick or anything. I mean, I sort of am a little bit. But during that, I decided it would also be a good idea to test my vocal ability or lack thereof. So that's kind of what's going on. Anyway, I want to just make some slight changes to some of this space because I do like a little bit of a fancy flair to things. So I want to put some curves in these corners because I can. So I'm going to. So we'll take out all of these corner sections, and then what we'll do is just a little curve like this, so that it can just nicely accent what's going on in the middle. This is completely pointless, doing this. It is completely pointless. There is no reason to do this, but I'm going to because it's going to look nice. And then what I can do is have Elm Park here actually just go the entire way around this sort of plus shape. And we can actually have this be an area of locally grown organic produce, which seems like a fantastic idea. In fact, let's just... Oh, there's an old time policy on Birch Hills. That explains why no one's using this. Let's bring this right down to here and bring it around. And then that entire thing is now going to be Elm Park, which seems like a pretty good idea. Elm Park does not have an old time policy, which means this avenue will actually get used, which is beautiful. So I'm excited for that. Let's go ahead and start zoning this entire area then. So all of these bits are going to be locally grown, organic, blah, 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 blah. This bit in the middle as well, I think. This little weird section, that can all be locally grown, organic, blah, blah, blah. Except for this front part is going... Why do I keep saying organic? What is it with me today? I'm feeling a bit sassy. I've not been sleeping too good recently, and I feel a little bit sassy. I'm going to be honest. I'm enjoying it. Anyway, we'll go ahead and just do this as well. And then I think just back here, maybe again we'll do locally grown. No, we'll do residential along this side, just to get some people living in here. So we'll let that build up. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it ends up looking. I'm hoping for good things. Take out those corner bits because that'll look a bit weird. And yeah, I'm hoping for good things. I'm hoping that you know, traffic's actually going to use this avenue really nicely. I'm hoping that you know, our traffic flow will improve a little bit. I mean, it's not going to while this exists, but you know, wishful thinking and all that. I am wondering if traffic lights would be a solution, because I think I've done priority signs here, and they're great, but there's no priority signs here. So let's do traffic lights instead of priority signs, because it probably makes more sense to do that. So I'm just going to do traffic lights along pretty much all of this, because I'm pretty sure pretty much all of that is just priority signs. So we'll see how that lets traffic flow. And in the meantime, I want to do a little bit of lane management here, because I want to just say that there's no merging in the corners. And then I want to say that these guys each go to a specific lane. And I think I'm doing this right when I say you can go left only, then you can sort of merge across one lane, because they can get in lane back there. Then you can go to those two lanes, you can go to that lane, and those two, and then that. I think I'm right here. I'll have a little look at it when I'm, I'll take a step back here in a second and have a proper look at this. This guy needs to go to all three lanes, though, which I don't think I did on the opposite side, which we'll take a look at in just a second. Then you go to those two, you go to that two, and yeah, you need to be able to go to all three lanes. So let's take a little look here. So basically they need to get in lane is what they need to do based on where they want to go, which should be fine. It should work a-okay, I'm thinking. There is a lot of traffic at the minute, I'm noticing. There's actually a bit more traffic on this road than I thought there would be. But I am kind of hopeful that we'll see this sort of filter out. There we go. So that's moving a little bit. This here, I think, could do with being a roundabout. I'm going to be honest. I'm thinking it probably needs to be one, because it's a very busy intersection. And then this right here, I'm actually going to try and change into, I'm thinking a bridge. Oh, that's interesting. That's, oh, that is a dedicated left turn lane. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking that needs to be a bridge. I'm going to be honest, because there's a lot of traffic, like all of this traffic is looking to go there. I'd rather they use this main intersection for that. I'm also wondering if I should set up timed traffic lights here, because really this traffic going left should always be able to go, unless there's people wanting to cross. I don't know. I don't know what we do here. Let me try this. You guys give way. So traffic going there can always sort of go, unless there's traffic, waiting to move. But that might help things a little bit. Anyway, let me come back here, because I did mention I wanted to do a bridge here, and I think a bridge might be a decent little idea. I'm also thinking I'm going to downgrade this road to have fewer lanes, because there's only 2 lanes coming in here anyway. So we'll just sort of downgrade it like that. We'll say, you can go to there, you can go to there, and we'll just not have any merging at that particular spot. So we'll do that, and we'll get a little, what kind of road do we want to go for here? I'm thinking this probably should be a little small avenue. And I'm thinking it probably could just be like 8 meters off the ground, going like that. We'll go 5 units and we'll go back down to the ground. It's not going to be anything major. Just a simple little bridge to cross this this main road. So that if you really want to, you can avoid this avenue to get to the southern side of town, I guess. And we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully, very well. Hopefully. We'll definitely find out. Anyway, let's do a little bit of zoning there and a little bit of zoning there. I think that's all still part of the same district. It absolutely is. And, yeah, here's hoping that we see some good things. I'm actually thinking we can probably say you guys can just enter that junction, because that's not going to be a problem. If you're going left, just enter the junction, no problem. And that'll just let them kind of keep going there. Again, though, looking at this still feels like it needs a roundabout. It still feels like it could flow a lot better. This area up here is... this is actually starting to filter through a little bit, so maybe the traffic lights are doing what I wanted them to do. This whole area is very busy, which has me thinking that I might want to go further with the connections to the south side of town. So what if, oh my God, oh no, no. Every time I come back to look at this neighborhood, it's on fire. That's ridiculous. I'm just not gonna look at it. I'm not looking at it anymore. It hurts. Let me see here. So what if we were to bulldoze some buildings here and we were to bring this guy out a little bit? So let's go up 8 units there. Let me do a, yeah, we'll do a straight slope. I was gonna go a little bit higher and a bit longer, but we'll just go 8. That's fine. And what way do we want to go here? So I'm thinking I could connect it to this, but there's gonna be a lot of industrial traffic there. So I'm slightly tempted to bring a bridge down through the industry around and connect it like in the middle here. Maybe. Or I could bring it sort of down and like connect it over there. So it's like a big ring road to go from up here. You can just go on the bridge and down to here or something like that. Might not be a terrible idea. Let's see. What's the distance here? That's 30. So if we go 15, we can go up to 8 right there. And then I guess what we could do is figure out a way to bring this down here. So what kind of angle are we looking at? I mean, this is, well, what angle is that? Is this parallel to that road? Because if it is, then that's a 45-degree angle, I think. I want to say. So that, oh, this is going to be tricky. Yeah, I'll figure this out. I will figure this out. I just need to get my angles right. Let's just keep this simple for a second. So if I was to go from there to there, if I was to do 135, does that get me? No, it does not. Oh, doesn't that put me in line with that? I think that actually, does that give me a 90? Oh, 87.2. I was almost right. Was definitely almost right on that. Okay. Angles are not my strong suit is what I'm going to say here. Angles are not my, I didn't get into YouTube. I didn't become a YouTuber because I'm good at maths. All right. That's what I'm going to say there. So we'll sort of wrap that around. We'll bring this, I mean, ideally I'd like it to go there, but that's a bit far off. So we'll just bring it straight through here. It's fine. It is going to bulldoze a decent bit of our zoning down here, but I mean, the challenge for peach trees isn't industry, it's commercial, so this should be fine. So bring this straight through like that. And it is ever so slightly causing issue with our biofuel bus depot. But that's kind of cool looking. Looks like it just about tucks under the road. I mean, that's a bit weird, but that's probably fine. I mean, I could raise it up to 9 meters, I suppose. Let's let's just go around and do that then. So we'll just select all these nodes and raise the whole thing up to 9 rather than, oh, it'll do. I'm never going to look at that again. It'll do. It's fine. So how are we going to do this part? So I guess we go and do a 10 by 10 curve. And I guess we could just maybe do this if I could get it to line up. So what is that? 22 by 19. That's not so bad. That's honestly not so bad there. Although I guess if I was to go 3 right here, would that give me a, that would give me a 19 by 19. So we'll do that. That doesn't look terrible. That looks high enough to let the majority of traffic under. And I'm kind of curious to see what that'll do. I mean, there is some traffic immediately jumping onto it. So we've got that. And I guess what I'll do is I am going to go in, I'm going to grab all the nodes on this, and I am just going to raise it up because we do have a slight issue with some of the traffic lights down below coming up through it. And it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's just a graphical thing. It doesn't annoy traffic, but it annoys me. And that's more than enough reason for me to want to adjust this ever so slightly. So just until I can't see that traffic light, so to right there, and that's fine. I missed one, which is not so good. Let's just level it to there. And that looks all right. So that raises it up, so there's no traffic lights in it. There are power lines that the traffic's driving through, though, which is not so good. So we can just grab those and raise them up as well. And there is actually traffic using this, which is kind of cool. So hopefully what that'll do is just bring a little bit less traffic from here and just send it sort of up there. So if you want to go from industry to residential in a heartbeat, you can, which is good. Oh wow, you guys get really unlucky with the water there. Let's just go ahead and fix that as well, because that's not a thing we want. How's this looking over here? It's still a nightmare, honestly. Traffic's just bad. 69% though. It's improved. And that's that's nice. This is improved as well. This is better. Just all around, I'm actually genuinely slightly impressed with myself. I just want to mention that. Like, I'm not saying I'm a genius. In fact, what I'm about to say is I'm an idiot, because I've realized I've done something here. This is now going to be a really appealing road for traffic coming from this direction, because it's going to go, hey, I can take this road to get up there without having to go on this road. So in theory, we're going to see a lot less traffic in this intersection coming from the highway, because it's all going to use this big avenue. This might have been a bad idea. I've also got buses using it. What are they? Oh, look at you being all clever and using that to get around. That's actually kind of cool. Okay. Okay, the buses are adapting. That's neat. I guess I can't be bad to that. That's actually kind of cool. All right, I'll tell you what I want to do then. I want to go ahead and I want to see if I can get more zoning in here, because we did bulldoze a fair bit of it. So what are we looking at for the challenge? That's the thing we need to know. We're still not halfway to the organic and local produce. We're doing pretty well in the population, and happiness will improve with continual, torment, essentially, of my people by bulldozing their homes and replacing them with parks. That's essentially how you make them happy in City Skylines. So we'll continue to do that. I guess what we need to do then is sort this issue with garbage, because there is still not enough of it. So I'd kind of like to get more industry, and I think what I'm going to do is put it up here. So let's just continue with this this avenue here, and let's go, I don't know, 30, and then I want to go 130. I don't know. Let's do, what kind of angle do I want on this? I guess 135, 145. I don't know. 135 goes to there. That's maybe a bit much. I don't know. I don't know what kind of angle I want to do. I'm thinking maybe something like that. I don't really know where I want to put the industry, I'm going to be honest. I guess I'll just build it. Just build an industrial area and then connect it later. So I want this to be roughly in line with the grid, which actually this road, no, let's not bother measuring off that one. Let's just not do that. Let's not overcomplicate this. So that's roughly in line with the edge of the map. So if I was to go like this, that gives me a little bit of room beside that, which is what I want. So we'll have this road here. I'm thinking it maybe needs to be a one-way road, because I kind of like the idea of putting my garbage disposal sort of on this road. So put a few of these there. Quite expensive to do this, but I'm hopeful. And then we'll have this like loop around or something. I don't know exactly what way I'm going to do this, but we'll figure it out. So that road can be purely garbage disposal. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is double it up a little bit. And then I don't actually want to go across like that, because that's not going to work. We'll leave a bigger gap. We'll go there. And then we could, if we wanted to, do this sort of thing and have this all sort of merge together. I haven't actually used the 6-lane one-way road in City Skylines in a really long time. And I'm kind of, I kind of just want an excuse to use it here, I'm going to be honest. Because what I'm thinking is we have all of our garbage disposal on this road, right? We have a bunch more industry just over here. And then eventually it just all goes that way. That's kind of my thinking. So I guess we'll find out if that works. So let's just build, let me see here. I guess up here should be a one-way road as well, which I guess can be the 4-lane one-way, which is maybe a little bit weird, but that's fine. I'll make it work. So 4-lane one-way there. Not really sure why, but that'll be fine. We'll do that kind of thing. And then this could maybe connect to that. I guess that's a thing we could do. Sort of have it connect there, and then this comes back or something. I don't really know what way we're going to do this, actually. I've not entirely thought about this. Is it obvious? It should be obvious. I've not entirely thought about this. We'll do the 3-lane one-way, because I have just had a slight idea. So we'll do the 3-lane one-way. And then this road here can continue through. We connect you like that. Flip it around. This becomes a 3-lane one-way as well. We do a nice big old curve. And then this could sort of just loop over here, essentially. That's kind of my thinking. So this would sort of come in, this would come down, these guys would sort of just link together like that, and then obviously that would go left. There's not going to be any there's not going to be any of this like straight across nonsense going on here. So if that's 9, that's 10. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Is that the 10 mark? That is the 10 mark. So take those out. We'll turn that into a nice curve. This might work. It might not. It probably won't, but that's fine. So that's 10 and that's 10. So take those parts out and we'll keep the nice straight slope here so we can get that going. And basically what I've done is I've created something that in theory I should be able to really control the flow of traffic. I don't think there's any circumstance under which the traffic should U-turn here. I'm completely wrong in that assumption, and I know it. But I'm gonna just commit to the idea for the time being, because I don't have any other choice. So let's just say that we'll do this, right? We'll let the traffic kind of just flow straight through, I guess. Oh, but if I let the traffic flow through, that is going to cause some problems. But I wonder, can I do this sort of thing and then take out the little middle part? I totally can. So we'll do that. We'll let it sort of loop around in these like isolated things or whatever. So we'll have those. You can come straight down. You can come straight down. So that'll kind of let traffic skip some parts that I maybe don't want it skipping. I'll make that work, I'm sure. Right, so we have a small army of garbage trucks heading out here, which I imagine is not going to end in disaster for any junctions anywhere in my city, but that's just between you and me. I'm just curious to see what ends up happening here, to be totally honest, because I kind of just want to go in and be like, you know, just industry everywhere. I'm curious, honestly, to see how it handles it, what the game decides to do with traffic around here, because again, it can't U-turn. It can be sneaky, but it can't U-turn. Although I guess I could let it like do that. Why not? We'll let it U-turn. Why not? We'll be nice. So I'm just curious. I want to see what the game kind of figures out for this, because the garbage trucks at least will stay out on that road. And that's kind of the good thing. That's the idea here, is that the garbage trucks kind of get their own little road, then they have to loop around and do their thing. Why do you guys not have, oh, because you guys don't have water. That was the point. I'm putting power stations out here as well, because, you know, you can never have enough power. So let's just loop this around like that. We'll bring this up through the middle, and then we'll do that for the connection. So they've all got water, so they should all get power. Not bad. Okay, so we'll see how that plays out. Let me have a little look over here. So this is actually backing up again. It's the traffic lights doing it though, so that's not necessarily the end of the world. This is backing up again like crazy. This is all kind of backed up a bit as well. This junction's pretty bad too. What are we looking at for the percentage again? 66. It's gone down a little bit. And if anything, this has all suddenly gotten a lot more red around here. So that's good. I'm thinking maybe a few more lanes in the middle here might solve some problems. So let's see what it would look like if we just kind of had more lanes everywhere. I'm definitely curious to see how that plays out. Also thinking, again, want to make sure that there's no U-turning going on. So you can go there, you can go there and there. You can go that way. And then these two can actually go straight ahead, which is good. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see if it works for us. We'll see if it does any good stuff. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully a couple more lanes will do us some favors. Because if it doesn't, I'm really not sure what I'm going to do. Because to be totally honest, I mean, I kind of like, I know I could go look up, you know, the best guide to deal with traffic and all that stuff, and I kind of like just faffing about with it. That's kind of part of the fun. I don't really want to know what the best way to deal with traffic is. Not yet. You know, if it gets so bad that if it gets down to like 50% traffic flow, then sure, I'll go look up the best way to do it. But I kind of just like I like when it gets a bit silly. I like when it gets a bit dumb. I like when it's like this and I'm looking at it and going, maybe this will work. And then it doesn't work. And then you figure out another solution. I just like that. I'm also looking at this and realizing it's horrible and I want rid of it. But I'm going to leave it for the time being. Because I think, actually, you know what? I'm not going to leave it for the time being. I've just had an idea. I'm gonna condense my idea for the garbage stuff. So what I want to do is that's roughly right in the corner, and I want to get this roughly parallel with the map again. So that's roughly it there. So that's not so bad. Let me go. So that's 5, and that's 5. So that should be 40. Yeah. So that spot there, and go 30. And then that spot there, I don't even need to go 30. I can go 10, honestly. You'll figure out, I mean, I say you'll figure out. I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. I want to condense my idea. Like I said, I'm not making a lot of sense here. I'm trying to figure it out myself. But I want to condense my idea for the garbage trucks here into a smaller space, to be totally honest. And that's essentially what I'm going to do. So we have this. We can then go ahead and say that the incineration plants can kind of be dotted around the edge of this, like so. And that's a lot of them, but that's okay. And then what I'd like to do is go 45 from, I guess like that. Actually, what we could do is this kind of thing, and then 45 from here with a simple, smaller avenue. We don't even need the huge one-way road there. We can honestly get rid of the really super large one-way road and go for just a plain old 2-lane one-way road there. Because what I'm thinking is we just put this way down in the corner. We can give it its own dedicated power source, which in this case could be a coal plant if we really wanted it to be. It could be solar. It could be a solar updraft tower, which is super expensive and way too expensive for this. I might just do a wind turbine. I'm not sure, although these generate their own power, don't they? So we don't even need to do that. What we can do though is just connect it to the lower part of this. And we probably don't even need, again, we don't even need likely the 4 lanes here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So that can come straight down, this can go straight over, and then eventually we'll get a nice little merge point somewhere in here. We can get a nice little curve, and it's just a really simple, much more simple version of this mess done in the corner. So with that in mind, let me go to here. Let me select nodes and segments, and let me just grab all of this, including buildings, and I just want to delete it because it looked terrible. It really did. And then what we can do is get rid of you, and then we have this, and that's all we need. That's so much simpler. I can get rid of all this too, which is good. So bulldoze, get rid of you, bulldoze. And let's just do a beautiful, simple little, just a beautiful, simple little road, simple little square, and that'll hopefully deal with a lot of the garbage problems. So there we go. We'll just let that do its thing. And there go the trucks. So the trucks can head on out. They can do their thing. They will back up a little bit down here. That's kind of okay. I'm not too worried about it. This bit needs connected, of course. But yeah, these guys, I think they do generate their own power, so that's fine by me. I mean, I could go even further and say that we wanted to... Actually, I've had a bit of an idea. If I was to say you can go there, and you can go there and there, if I was to go around this road and say that traffic in this lane always had to move back, like, over, would that mean... Because the trucks are going to come out into the lane closest to their depot. So they're going to come out into like the lane right next to the depot. So if I said that you then merge to the inside lane, does that mean that they'll not get backed up necessarily? I'm wondering if I'm right in this. I might be. I might be right in this. So they all merge out like that. That looks like what I'm going for. Yeah, because the trucks that are being spawned by this depot go into that lane, right? So this guy coming around isn't going to get backed up by the trucks coming out of the depot. That's exactly what I mean. Oh, that's good. Oh, look at that. Okay, so that is 100% what we're looking for. And then we want to maybe not let them merge back across. It doesn't even matter. Oh, that's good. Okay. So how's the roundabout looking for garbage trucks? It is not super busy, which is good. How are we looking for garbage disposal? We are perfect on that. All right. That's so much better. There's a lot of garbage trucks here, but that's okay. That's so much better. Death care is definitely a problem I'm noticing as well. Can we quickly fix that? Probably not. It's probably a bit of a death wave going on, to be honest. That's all right. We'll throw a crematorium in there. And I guess we could throw a crematorium down here. I do still need to upgrade so much of this space, but I'm actually quite happy. I'm quite happy with that. I do maybe want to just smooth it a little bit because it's a little nasty looking in a couple of spots. So just do that kind of thing. I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy that this isn't like backed up like crazy. This is slowly filtering through. There is a death wave. There is a lot of there's a lot of garbage trucks on that road as well. But this seems okay. This seems like progress. I'm quite happy with this. Happiness isn't great. We still haven't really increased the amount of local produce zoning. Happiness is actually pretty bad, but that is likely down to the death wave. Hopefully, we'll say down to the death wave. And I guess just to make a little bit of progress today, because we're about to wrap things up, let's do a road right here. And then let's do this road right here. Let's bring this road right over there. Let's take out those power lines. And let's do just a big old chunk of commercial zoning. We can, of course, expand the district just like so. That way, we're actually going to be making just a little bit of progress on our goal by getting a little bit more into this space. So that way, you know, today is not a complete bust is what I'm going for. So just connect that over to there. We'll let that build up. That'll give us that little bit of extra commercial that we're looking for. And you know what? I'm thinking next time we go ahead and just continue expanding this space and really push for that commercial goal, because I think we can do it. Honestly, I think we could do it in one episode. To be totally honest, I genuinely think we could. I'm also thinking next time this becomes a roundabout, because it's not as busy as it used to be, but it definitely needs to be a roundabout. But I think we're getting there. I'm feeling kind of confident. I'm feeling better about where we are now than where we were 45 minutes ago at the start of this episode. So that's a plus. Anyway, ladies and gents, that is going to do us for today. I'm looking at this. I'm not 100% sure what the major changes are that we made. It doesn't look like much, but it feels like a victory. So thank you very much for watching. It's been my absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.